Alright, so I wanted to show you. Now I'm on US 89, turning left, going up towards Maple Canyon. And these are the Vermilion Cliffs, but just, I mean, absolutely stunning. Check out over here. Pretty badass. Alright, so I am headed to the North Rim. I'm on US 89. I would like to get off-road some, but as you can see, it's raining. And I don't know how this terrain is whenever it rains, and I don't really want to find out the hard way. So, plus I got places to go. So, I'm gonna keep it moving. But what I will say is that, you know, I was talking about the elevation on the East Coast and the West Coast is how crazy it is. Well, 𝚬𝗵C𝘄, the highest point on the East Coast, is 6,000 some odd feet. I'm at 7,000 feet right now. So that kind of gives you an idea. So anyway, headed toward North Rim. Hopefully I can see some sun once I get there. All right, so update. I'm coming up on the road to turn down for the North Rim. And if you notice, my arch nemesis is falling from the sky. Snow. So, needless to say, I will not be doing any off-road adventuring around here. I'm out on that. If you'll notice, there's a blinking sign that says North Rim open May 15th. Well, today's only May 8th. So I've driven all this way, and it's closed. 7,900 feet, still climbing. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll either buy your crackers and your licorice, or yo, fat girl. Come here, you ticklish? Yeah, I call you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. Alright, so I'm in Zion National Park. As you can see, it's just absolutely amazing scenery. And we're waiting on this pack of rams or whatever the hell they are to pass by, and they're not in a hurry. Not in a hurry at all. Everybody's waiting on them. There's some more up here. Pretty cool though. So I'm in Zion, hiking up the canyon overlook, and I have to tell you, me being out of shape and the elevation is kicking my ass. So as you're walking through Zion National Park to get to the canyon overlook, you come across this sand that I just slipped and almost busted my ass on. Immediately, the birds start chirping almost as if they were laughing. I thought it was hilarious. They evidently did too. Side note, it's starting to rain, and I'm on a pretty good little hike. Oh, it's starting to pay off. Look at that. Damn it! Well, it's been a long hike to get up here. But I tell you what, I think it was worth it. The views are amazing. So if you look along this rock, there's a line that almost looks gooey. But it's not. It's clearly some kind of rock. But that line goes all the way down. I wonder what that line's called. Anybody know? Oh yeah, and then look. What? Interesting enough, in the side of the rock, there's just like grass. Green, lush grass. And I have a feeling that it's because if you look right here, this stays wet. When it wasn't raining as I passed through, this was already wet. Which would lead me to believe that's the reason that there's grass. right here. Like this is perfect. Yeah, so I just got off that mountain, and now I come back to the car and driving through Zion. And when I came back to the car, I had come back to find that my sunroof was left open. And remember, it started raining while I was up there. So, yeah, cool deal, right? Inside got a bath, got rid of some of the dust, so that's good. And maybe I've cleaned up some of the dust inside of the sunroof channels too. So, cool stuff. Check this out right here. I wanted to look at this. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Just a perfect little arch. Alright, so coming up is another wonder of mine. The scenery's been changing the whole trip, but check out how everything's rock and then it just looks like there's a sand fall. Isn't that wild? So everything's rock right there, but then it just looks like there's a whole bunch of just sand that just fell. Pretty neat. Alright, so I'm in Zion National Park, and I was just getting everything set up to camp, and the rangers came up and told me that I cannot camp here. So I've been told, I've been warned, so now I'm going to go to 𝘍𝙗𝙗𝙗 ride, which is all BLM. It's about 20 minutes away, so no big deal. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. I was going to try to camp out here, but no go. Yo, so what I've done is I've actually set up my little camp back here. It's pretty damn straight, and if I could figure out a way to secure the table, then I could just ride around with this and stealth camp. And that's the ticket, is stealth camping. The only problem is, you know, there's some places where folks are looking for it. There's some places it's not. For instance, if I wanted to, instead of driving the 20 minutes to this Tuweep Terrace Road, I could just pull over in one of these hotels here, and I guarantee you nobody'd ever find me. Now, the ticket behind that is I'm going to have to tint the windows a little bit darker, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go by AutoZone, and I'm going to pick up some of that roll-on tint, and I may try to do it that way. But nonetheless, anyway, I've got it set up right now where I can pull up anywhere and just camp, and nobody would say shit. But, like I said, I'm going to drive over here because the guy at the bar actually told me about this place before the little ranger guy did, and told me that it had breathtaking views in the morning. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's free. It's BLM. This is our land. What's up? So it's day like 28, I think, something like that. Anyway, it's Monday. I just got up from camping outside of some BLM land outside of Zion National Park after I got kicked out of Zion National Park last night. Not really kicked out. I had just started setting up camp in the back of the truck, and they come by and told me I couldn't camp there. So, nonetheless, came out here. Glad I did, because it's absolutely phenomenal. So I got to see the sunrise, which is good. I was told about a place called Toroweap, which is a cool trail, 60-mile trail. Takes 5 hours to do from here, and it's backtracking. And it goes through the North Rim. I would really, really, really like to do that trail, but I just don't know that I got the time to backtrack and then hit the other stuff too. So what I may do is just go straight on up to the staircase after going back through Zion National Park to see it again, now that it's sunny. So, but yeah, that's the plan for today. Other than that, the other plan is to get a shower, which from what I understand, if I go back towards Zion again, then they've got a spot there that I can pay to have a shower, so I'm probably going to do that. And then that's it. That's really the only goals. So camp out somewhere near the Grand Staircase. I got told of a couple off-road trails over there, so that's pretty cool too. Either one. But we'll see how things go with the Toroweap deal. It is now, it's 6:50 in the morning. It's really not that bad at all. So it's 6:50 in the morning here, and I'm out. Peace. By the way, here's my awful sunrise that I had to look at this morning. Isn't it terrible? I must say, the drive back towards Springfield, which is where the national park is just beautiful. I missed all this because last night, whenever I drove this, it was night, you know. So, but anyway, just gorgeous views, nice canyon views. By the way, I don't know if I told y'all where I stayed it's called 𝘍𝙗𝙗 Road, or 𝘍𝙗𝙗 Terrace. There seems to be a dispute of what the name of the road is between the locals, but anyway, that's nonetheless 𝘍𝙗. It's right next to Virgin BMX and in the city of Virgin, Utah. What's up, man? I'm feeling good now. I'm refreshed. I took me a shower at Zion Mountain School. Pretty cool. Picked up a t-shirt because I don't have any short sleeve t-shirts left. They're all dirty. Also, my shorts are dirty, and jeans in this weather is not going to work out. It's only 50 degrees right now, but the sun is beating down on you, so it's hot, and I'm fat. So that being said, I'm gonna have to do some laundry. Today, I'm gonna legit camp at the Grand Staircase today. I think that's where I'm going next, and I'm gonna set up camp early and rearrange the car some, maybe find some laundromat or something like that. So that's the goal for today. Other than that, that's all I got. Stay tuned for some cool videos of driving through, hopefully. Alright, so I'm at Antelope Valley Road. Let me tell you what I did. What I did was I decided that I was going to go ahead and go to Toroweap, which is the spectacular viewing place of the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Originally, I wasn't going to do it after I heard about it last night because it was like 4 hours away. But you got to travel down a 60-mile dirt road, which is pretty cool, and then you come right onto the edge. Well, when I woke up this morning, it's beautiful outside. I was able to get a shower and all that. And I decided, you know what, as I was leaving Zion, I was like, you know what, I'm never going to have the opportunity to do this, or not never, but I won't have it in a real long time, I'm sure. And I'm only 4 hours away, so I might as well do it. So, slight detour, had to go southeast instead of northeast, but you know what, I think it's going to be worth it. So I'll set up camp there tonight, reorganize the truck, do some stuff like that around the truck and the homestead, so to speak. Slight problem though, I just got to the gas station here, and I think that I may have left my debit card at the Zion Mountain School, which that sucks. So I'm about to call them now while I have service before I go down my 60-mile journey here, and find out. And if not, then I'll look for it whenever I get to the camp. So, peace. On Antelope Valley Road off of highway, what was that highway? I think it's 389. Yeah, highway 389. As you see, Toroweap is 61 miles, and supposedly it's all of this, so I'm stoked about it. I did call the Zion Mountain School, and their hours, interestingly enough, are 9 to 1 and 3 to 7. Well, it's like 2 o'clock, so yeah. But anyway, so I'm headed down to Toroweap now on this road. Yo, she literally looked across the street before she walked out there, and then walked right out in front of me. What's up? Chilling? Hey, if I go this way, do I get to the Grand Canyon? Don't doubt this nigga. So, if I can turn that down, this is my view for right now. Very pretty. I'm heading down towards the last little bit of this road. It's turned into a country road or county road 115, and headed up to the Grand Canyon to the overlook there, and it's gotten pretty. The road's been pretty easy, gravel road. From what I understand, it gets rough at the last 5 miles. So, but other than that, you know, kudos to Google Maps. Google Maps actually downloaded the map to the phone, evidently, because it's still telling me which way to go. So, good for Google Maps for doing that. I think that's very smart. So, other than that, that's it. See you when we get there. All right, so I'm headed down in. I just passed the forestry office, talked to the ranger there. He was a real nice older gentleman. Cool people out here. And all the rangers seem to be real cool too. So, you know, I guess it's, you know, in order to be a ranger, you got to kind of really appreciate this stuff. So they got a true passion for it, and a lot of times it shows whenever you're talking to them. But anyway, the views out here are stunning. You can't camp here unless you have a permit, which I was told that, but I tried to weasel my way in at the ranger station, and unfortunately you have to have what they call a backcountry permit that you get online. Well, obviously I can't get it online. I'm here today, so we're gonna have to settle for just seeing the sunset, which is okay. I'm not opposed to that at all. And I'll probably still hike around and do all that stuff too, but I'm also going to rearrange the truck while I'm out here and just kind of spend some time just chilling and hanging out. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing. And of course I'll drink a couple beers. But anyway, 7 miles back up the road is 𝙬𝙗𝙙𝙬𝙀, I think it's called. And over there is BLM land, so I can stay over there whenever I get done viewing the sunset here. This park actually closes 30 minutes after sunset, so interesting enough. But nonetheless, that's what we're doing, that's where we're at, and that's how we're doing it. I'll show you some pictures and videos whenever I get up there.
This isn't a publicity stunt, it's the raw, untouched, pure, hard, brand new funk.
Alright, current situation, Grand Canyon, roughly 5,000 feet above it, the Colorado River. And I don't know if anybody's ever experienced what it feels like to be roughly 5,000 feet off the ground and able to look straight down off of the canyon. Anybody ever done that? I can now say that I have, and it's truly amazing. I'm so glad that I made the 4-hour journey out here to view this. Hear that sound? That's the wind blowing in my beer bottle top. This is amazing. Okay, so the other view was amazing. Check this one out. River running down there. Just beautiful. One thing that would really make this complete is if I could camp out here. I'm not going to complain because this is absolutely gorgeous. So when you're out here and you see stuff like this, you can't help but wonder, like, how did that even happen? It's not even like there's big rocks up here. So how does that even happen? Wild. And it's so squared. So when you come across these rocks, you know, you got some that are jagged, some that have holes in them, some that are rough, and then you have some that are really smooth, which, you know, typically that's an indicator that there's been water running around when they're smooth like that. And it's just wild to see the different rock formations. And then you got, like, right in between, perfectly square. And then look down there. That's a root running through to some of this vegetation that's out. And then so like the green haze or green shadow that you see is that green, like in that vegetation. It's really cool. What's up? So I've hiked down here. Sorry I don't have any shirts on, but it's hot. I've hiked down here, down this little, or climbed down this little mountain here, and this is probably the extent of which I'm gonna test my luck at the Grand Canyon, because I don't want to fall down there. Anyway, it's pretty damn cool, huh? Alright, so I've been wanting to do this. I'm gonna take this giant rock, not giant, but nice sized rock, and I'm gonna shoot it off the side of this canyon and see what it does. Let's see, where should I shoot it? Right there. Or, right there's good. I wish you could hear the sound it makes. By the way, have you ever heard the term pissing in the wind? Well, if you try to piss off the Grand Canyon, you'll figure out what they mean. Remember I was telling you about the weird rock formations? Check this out. Literally just looks like somebody just piled slabs of rock here. Can you see down there? I know it doesn't look far, but it is far. About parallel with that over there. So current situation, drinking a beer, walking along the North Rim Lizard. By the way, I haven't harmed as much as even an ant my whole trip so far. I plan to keep it that way. If I can make a minimal impact on nature, that's my goal. Anyway, nonetheless, I'm hiking along. I guess you call this hiking. I call it walking along the rocks. But I guess to be sporty, people call it hiking. I don't think they normally do it with a beer, no shirt, and a pair of gym shorts and Nikes, but that's what I'm doing it then. Give a shit, sit in a fashion show. But I just now realized, for some reason, now random walking thoughts, right? For some reason, I'm holding this, see this rock? I don't know where the hell I picked it up or even why I got it. Some reason though, I'm just walking along carrying this rock. Pretty. So you come across rocks like this that just seems to be just kind of balanced right there, right? And you're like, well, how the hell did it get there? But if you look at it, it's almost like it was part of that. See how it would be part of that? But it's like it shifted. So it shifted that way, counterclockwise, and moved. So weird, right? And then over here, same thing. These just kind of fell off, which if you look at that rock, you can see that that's completely possible. It just kind of fell off. And then there's another big piece right there. So I imagine all this was together at one time, but you wonder kind of what makes it do that. You know, as I run around here wondering about different things and how things got the way they were, I realized that this is one of the 7 wonders of the world, I think. And I can see that. Ooh. You really think there's only 7 wonders of the world? Because I've found at least 50. I've also found that even though I'm here, I kind of want to be over there. And even though I'm up here, I wonder what it looks like down there. And even though I'm over here, I wonder how to get over there. And up there. Those are just some of the wonders. Then I wonder how stuff was formed and all that. But what I've noticed is no matter what, we're constantly trying to pursue what makes us happy. And the pursuit of happiness doesn't ever really end, because in actuality, we're always pursuing it. And we never just stop and take a moment to realize that where we're at might be happiness. Yeah, walking thoughts. Message! Remember old post guy from 𝘬𝙝𝙙𝙙𝙤𝙦? Well, I've walked all the way over here, or hiked over here, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I'm just in awe at how beautiful everything is. And just look at the weather I got, man. God, can't ask for better. I'm so glad I decided to do this. Anyway, so I'm out of beer. Well, this beer. Now it's time to walk back. So that ought to be adventurous. Just as adventurous as it was to get here. Really wasn't that bad. I'm probably going to be sore tomorrow. Remember, I'm still recovering from broke ribs and collarbone. Crikey, look what we have here. We've got a little jackrabbit in its natural habitat. I'm not going to mess with it. It's just a sweet pie. As I sit here and look at this little jackrabbit, all I can think of is it's probably looking at me the same way that I'm looking at it. Now it's not. Now it's busted ass out. It's gone. So I'm making a way. Another one of those wonders. What are these lines? They're all over the place. Those look really fresh compared to some of them. But as you can see, they turn into those. Yo, so I've been sitting here fighting with the 4Runner, trying to find a place to put everything. Toyota, would you please, next time, the next generation 4Runner, do me a big favor, and I'm sure it's not just me, it's probably everybody. Give us some damn storage areas. There's no storage. I mean, there's like fake storage in places, but you really can't put nothing there because it's kind of inaccessible, like down here and right there. It's small. So give us a couple storage areas, please. All right, so I've been dealing with this knocking back and forth for the past, I don't know, 30 minutes. Been trying to find it. Couldn't find it. And finally, I found it. It's one of Christy's rocks. That thing drove me insane. In case you didn't know, Christy asked me to grab her a rock. As silly as that sounds, she asked me to grab her a rock. And I thought that was the cutest thing. Everywhere I've gone and she's seen pictures, she said, have you grabbed me a rock? I said, no, baby. I'm gonna grab you a rock from the Grand Canyon. Well, I didn't grab Christy just one rock. I grabbed Christy some lava rocks, some Grand Canyon rocks, some desert rocks. I grabbed all kinds of rocks. So I got rocks in the front floorboard, both sides on the rear floorboard, inside the little thing that's got my pots and pans in it, and then I got them scattered throughout the back as well. So that's how you know I love the shit out of Christy's. I got rocks everywhere, and they're banging on shit, driving me insane. And I ain't throwing them out yet. This rattling back and forth about had me to catch the damn 4Runner on fire. Anyway, I'm leaving now. I'm going down to the BLM land so that way I can go camp out. And as you can tell, I'm on rocky roads. That's how it was coming up too. So, but anyway, check out this view. Well, so we can check that off the old bucket list. I think I can go ahead and check it. I got to see the sunset in the Grand Canyon. Let me tell you a little bit of side story behind it. So a little side story behind it is I decided after hiking around the Grand Canyon, spotting out the best spots for the sunset, I decided that I was going to set my sleeping bag and pillow up on top of the picnic table that was out there at the little area I was at. And I was going to lay down and take a rest and catch some sun and re-energize my body a little bit. Well, I fell asleep. It's always something, isn't it? But anyway, so I fell asleep, and whenever I got up, you know, it was time to go see the sunset, and I had just missed probably the prettiest part because there was a big mountain over the that shadowed over where I wanted to see it in the point. But that's all right. Tomorrow I hope to wake up in time to get a sunrise, and then I can check it off the bucket list. What's up, guys? So today is Tuesday, and I'm just now waking up off of Mount Trumbull near Toroweap, where I saw the sun set last night. What I'd like to do is go up there and see the sun rise, and it looks like I'm getting it just in the nick of time. Hopefully I get it in time. So that's the deal. But one little side note though is out of all the animals and wildlife and stuff like that that I've come across, I think that the jackrabbit is probably the most abundant, and two, the most ignorant son of a bitches. They run right out in front. I mean, they see you coming and they stop and look at you and then run right out in front of you. And it's just crazy to me. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now on this little road. Is they'll run right out. That's me swerving and miss another one. They'll run right out in front of you, or they'll just stop right in front of you. Either one. It's crazy. But nonetheless, that's what we're dealing with. County Road 115, and that's how we're rolling. Life on the edge, and I'm dangling my feet. Crazy. So I'm watching the sun rise over the Grand Canyon, and it's really pretty, but unfortunately it can't capture some of it. Alright, so I'm headed back down Mount Trumbull Road now. I'm headed towards 389, and the sun coming over the plains here, showing the canyons off to my left, or the cliffs off to my left. Just amazing. Take a look. Just amazing. Tonight I'm probably going to try to get a hotel, and the reason is because yesterday climbing around on those rocks and doing all that good stuff, and sleeping in the truck is really taking a toll on me. So I'm gonna get a hotel tonight, so stay tuned.